Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mr. B Clothing. We're doing Sitzmann's picks here at CycloneFanatic.com as we count down to the Iowa State football season. He is Tim Sitzmann. We know him as, nationally.
I get in trouble with those Kansas State fans,
yeah, those pesky Kansas State.
Wow, they got mad at me. I got a little trouble there, but that's okay.
They all hate me, if it makes you feel any.
Yeah, I'm with good company then.
Do you know what it feels like when you walk into a room and you know that
nobody wants to talk to you?
No, the Hawkeye fans, they despise me. Well, assuming that any of them actually know who I am. But the ones who do generally hate me. Not fun.
It's not really very fair. You're a good guy, Chris. Hey, we got the sidewalk sale going on this week.
Big times.
This is a time for those of you who are a little frugal with your dollar to stretch it a little bit. And shop early, Thursday through Saturday. We're 10 to 7 on Thursday. 10 to 6 on Friday, and 9 to 5 on Saturday. And the earlier you shop, the better the chances you're going to get that special item. So
I'm going to get here Thursday people tailgate if they wanted to. If they wanted to just line up outside
I've actually
the store.
had some people out before when we start rolling it out about 9:45 to 10. But come by and see us. We never turn down your sale when you come by.
So you're not encouraging people to camp out outside?
No, not necessary. But we'll have a lot.
We're takegaters as Iowa State people.
Absolutely, but we'll have a lot to choose from. But come in and get your special item that you like.
All right, he's Tim. He is, as I was saying, nationally there's Kirk Herbstreit, there's Phil Steele.
I'm not quite into that.
Locally, you are.
Wow.
Locally here in the Des Moines market,
really on.
You're like Iowa State's Lee Corso.
Wow.
Making the picks.
I might have to start putting hats on like Lee, huh?
We should. That'd actually be a
fun
phenomenal idea. You could do the hat of the week here at Mr. B. Okay, so we just picked Iowa State to lose to Baylor last week. We both think that that's a pretty safe pick.
I think Baylor, like you said, and I'm not maybe as strong as you, but Baylor's could be a surprise team in the Big 12.
Now, to quote the great Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. You got to keep Baylor in the mix.
Yep, that's right.
Up next is Oklahoma State.
Wow, do we remember that game?
Remember the last time they came to Ames?
Wow, when they came to town, what an upset that was. And that run, remember that run of Woody's?
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Good times.
Really cool.
Good times. So it's the 26th of October. It's family weekend. Here come the Cowboys. Tim, this is a team. Let me preface this. Let me give you a little background before you make your pick. A lot of publications picking the Cowboys to win the Big 12 championship this year.
They are. They're in the top 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, and Athlon, who I'm familiar with probably the most, they got the Cowboys winning. I disagree with that. I don't have them winning. But a lot of people do. Talented football team. A little bit of a quarterback controversy going into the season, but it doesn't matter when both guys are really good. Mike Gundy, I think, is, in my opinion, if I was starting a program today and you can tell me to pick any coach in college football, he's a top 5 guy who I look at if you're taking out the Nick Sabans of the world and those
coach.
upper echelon elite guys. Mike Gundy's probably my pick. So, having prefaced that, what happens on the 26th of October? You think Iowa State can pull off this upset?
Yes, I do. And this may be my boldest prediction since we started this deal. Can we do back-to-back upsets in Ames, Iowa? And I say, yes, we got it. I think it's going to be a tough-fought game. I think it's going to be that fake play at the end that we missed at Nebraska when Nebraska was in town a few years back.
Oh, so you're calling a 2-point conversion. He's calling it right now.
And I love it, but it's going to be down to the wire. It's going to be one of those Woody runs up the middle. It's going to be that kind of game. I think Paul Rhodes is going to come back from Baylor with his tail between the legs, and I think that week of practice is going to be intense. He's known for his upsets. And he wants to get to that 6 wins, and they need this game. The way I have it picked, this is the game they have to put in as an upset that they can get. They think they can beat this team. I know they do in their head. So coming to Ames, Iowa, having that home field advantage, as I said, is so important to them. I got them by a nose in that game.
Now, Tim.
Yes.
I'm only 29.
I know it.
I haven't seen the world like you have.
I know.
But I'm smart enough to know that lightning doesn't strike twice in the exact same spot.
You just don't. You know what? This is a phenomenon that's going to happen in Ames, Iowa that day.
Well, and having said that, my little analogy there really doesn't work because this isn't as good of an Oklahoma State team.
Not the one they beat.
It's the one that they beat.
Nope.
It absolutely is not. It's a different Iowa State team. I actually think it's probably a better Iowa State team. I think you can make the argument all around the defensive line, maybe as far as depth there.
There's depth
is the only question.
Right.
But I don't see it. I just not this one.
Yep.
Not at this time.
Right.
I like Oklahoma State's running game enough that puts the fear in me from an Iowa State standpoint.
You know, and I would agree. And, you know, teams come in expecting a win in such a big way that they sometimes come in flat. And this,
well, you know what? That's a good point.
It's a
great point.
This is a time where I think we're going to have an Oklahoma State team that's even though they felt horrible walking off that field at Ames, Iowa a couple of years ago.
Different guys though, too.
Different guys, different emotions. This is a game you can overlook them and say, hey, you know, we're trying to get this conference championship, and we've got the win there. And
I like the boldness of this pick.
This is the boldest pick I've made since we've been picking. But I got them by it's an eyelash.
All right.
It's an eyelash.
We're going to overtime again, huh?
It's a game you should be at. I mean, it's a game that stadium should be packed, and it's a needed game for the Clones at that time of the season. But I pick them by nose, and I think we're going to see some fun in Ames, Iowa again.
I got to say, I like Oklahoma State. They're probably my favorite school in the Big 12. Just their fan base kind of cracks me up. I just like them. And
I like their style of play.
Yeah, and I like to follow some of their guys on Twitter and whatnot. And boy, they really hate Ames, Iowa.
Yeah.
If this, after 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember 2 years ago in basketball when Christopherson hit that buzzer beater against them? Iowa State really does seem to have their number.
It goes in a lot of conferences where you just think you should beat this team, and every time they're just picking, and they get you. And you don't know why.
So you're riding this bandwagon. I like it.
I'm riding it to the end, and then we're going to have 4 victories with a tough schedule ahead of us to get to that bowl game. And
Tim's strategically setting this up for 6 wins. I can feel it.
You know what? There's as I looked at the schedule, there's times I said, how are we going to get this team to a bowl game? And you got to stay tuned to find out.
All right. Well, we got a lot of tough games to pick coming up.
Yes, we do.
It gets tougher.
Yep.
It keeps getting tougher as the Iowa State football season. All right, sidewalk sale. You got to check it out. It starts on Thursday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Love to have you. The hours 10 to 7, 10 to 6, 9 to 5. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Get in here early.
I would encourage you to get yourself like a Cardinal sweater.
Yeah.
With a gold tie.
Wow.
Let's do a little bit of like the SEC folks do with the hat.
Wow.
Let's dress it up and class it up.
Come on,
Jack Tri Stadium.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Let's start thinking.
Put a tie on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. He's Tim. I'm Chris. So long, everybody.